Well, look at this. It's Chris Rowan, the owner, proud new owner of the Silence of the Lambs house, dude. Hey, thanks for coming on and giving us a little virtual tour of the famous Buffalo Bill house.
Thanks for having me on your show. Really appreciate it. This is it. We're here in Perryopolis, Pennsylvania, which is about 30 miles south of the city of Pittsburgh in Fayette County, Pennsylvania. And we are standing right behind me at the famous doorway where Clarice, of course, played by Jodie Foster, meets Ted Levine playing Buffalo Bill for the first time. This door was utilized in the filming sequence. It's the exact same door that you saw in the final cut of the movie. Kind of that first iconic exchange where, of course, like he delivers the best, most badass line. Oh, wait, was she a great big fat person? Come on in. I'll give you a little show of the house. Yeah. There he is right here. Of course, this is the grand foyer of the house. And before I tell you a little bit about that, I have a life-size Hannibal animatronic right here. And this guy is our life-size guy to greet guests when they come in. So here, come a little closer and you can kind of see this here.
I know now that they will never ever let me out while I'm still alive.
I love it.
Clarice.
Nice little way to spook people when they come in the house, which is fun.
Once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Exactly.
Real quick, before you go on with the tour, because I recognize where you are now. You bought the house. You're renting it out. People can stay overnight in the Buffalo Bill house. A little bit more about that real quick.
Yeah. It's totally true. So I bought the house early in 2021. As of Labor Day weekend, we're officially open for overnight stays. Basically, for guests up to 8 people at once, we can come and book a completely private stay at Buffalo Bill's house. Basically a horror-themed Airbnb. Absolutely, yeah. So it's pretty rad.
Behind you is the doorway. I recognize that doorway.
Yeah. So right here is the famous curio right here. So basically, Buffalo Bill, after luring in Clarice, and she's kind of checking everything out. Pretty much right where you're looking at me from is where Clarice is standing, and Buffalo Bill is fumbling around in this very drawer right here. And it's at that moment she asks him for he's looking for a business card to help her out with her case or whatever. So he's fumbling around with the business cards. And right here, next to the curio, there's some sewing apparatus, and she sees one of the famous death's head moths that he had been placing in his victim's throats. It's at that moment when she sees the moth, she does in fact realize she's in the room with the killer. It is in fact Buffalo Bill, and she holsters her weapon and gets ready to draw. So when she announces freeze, he's got the business cards in his hand. He does one of these.
Yeah, and he started running. Let's go to the basement.
Let's do it. So we're on our way to the basement right now. I'll turn on the light. Come on down. Follow me down. And we're going to go over this way to the Workshop of Horrors, which is a set I built to mimic the film. So check this out. This is a recreation of the scene that was shot. Basically, it's the Workshop of Horrors. So we have the operational disco ball, of course, and he has a big American flag. So I've dressed it all up with all the mannequins, and of course, right here, we have this lovely kimono for our guests to wear. And we like to tell everyone, come on down to Buffalo Bill's house and get your tuck on, So if there's a place to spend Halloween season, it would be at Buffalo Bill's house in the basement, right?
Before we go on with the tour, I want you to tell me a little bit more about how people can get in touch with you. Interested in staying and sleeping in the Buffalo Bill house. Reception been since you guys
for sure. So the easiest way to do it is check us out on our website, which is buffalobillshouse.com. We're also offering a promo code good through Halloween. You can save 13% off your booking by entering the code 13OFFBILLS on our booking page, which is buffalobillshouse.com. And of course, we're on all the social media platforms, Instagram and Facebook at Buffalo Bill's House, TikTok and Twitter at Buff Bill's House. I'm going to show you an area that was not utilized. Everyone wants to know where the well was shot, of course, the famous torture pit.
I remember hearing over the years that the well was not in the actual house.
And that is 100% true. They shot that on a soundstage. So right here is the coal cellar of the house, right here. And what I'm going to do is, of course, basically I'm going to recreate the well right here in this spot, right here. I'm going to fabricate a prop. I'll be making a big announcement shortly about that coming, but that should be done in the next few months. And right here, with my trusty shovel, I'm going to be putting the well in. So this will be a secondary immersive experience with the Workshop of Horrors. And everyone will be able to come down here and get a really sick photo op. We'll have Precious in her basket with the lotion, and I think it's going to be a really rad immersive experience for everybody to enjoy when they stay at Buffalo Bill's house. It's a beautiful Victorian property with 2 acres of property, plenty to do. You have all the ties to silence and pay homage to all of it. It's really just a stunning property to come and hang out for the weekend. It's got a nice dark sensibility to it with all the silence memorabilia scattered about, but it's certainly a quaint weekend getaway. And there's tons to do in the area, plenty of breweries and wineries and things to do. There's hiking and biking and kayaking. So I think it's certainly an immersive experience, and I think everyone would have a rad time coming and staying at Buffalo Bill's house.
Well, Chris, thank you so much. Before we wrap it up, give me your best Buffalo Bill impression.
It puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Excellent. I love it. Hit your website one more time because I want to make sure people know about.
Absolutely. For all booking information, a video tour of the property, and all the pictures you need to know about, check us out at buffalobillshouse.com, Instagram and Facebook at Buffalo Bill's House, and Twitter and TikTok at Buff Bill's House.
Hey, Chris, thank you so much for coming on the River 105.9. I appreciate it, man.
Happy to be here, dude. Thanks so much for having me. Get your tuck on at Buffalo Bills.
You know I will.